This NFL Best Ball edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Naira Bets. Bet the Kentucky Derby by using code SGPN25 for a $25 free bet, plus a $200 deposit match at nairabets.com/SGPN25 and start winning today.
This is Brian Bosworth, aka The Boz, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother. Peace out. Boz out.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
We're back in the streets.
We're back in the streets. Best Ball Mania 6 is happening over on Underdog. We're gonna do our first post draft. Best ball really is it's the only acceptable type of fantasy football I've come to learn, Ryan. And yeah, it's just awesome.
No more DFS.
Well, when was the last time we did a DFS show?
I think we did one last season. Week one.
Oh, okay. That's probably the last time I played DFS.
Yeah, no, I didn't fit into the schedule.
No,
Friday's a travel day.
Best ball is super fun. DFS is super fun. I mean, honestly, I got more into doing the pick'em on Underdog or just locking in on NFL props more than also doing the DFS. So but best ball is great. It's a great. We're addicts, Ryan, and ensure that everyone loves that pure heroin, that uncut fine china, that is, or whatever the term is for just that pure stuff that is the NFL. But this is a little Jones, a little fix, a little to tide you over until the NFL season. We're going to be talking about teams, places, destination. So it's fun. It tides you over until you get the real thing. Nothing's as good as the real thing. And week one, I mean, we're going to be doing a schedule release show, breaking that down. Eagles playing Thursday nights. Already know that because they are Super Bowl champs, Ryan. Don't have to worry about potentially doing a VSiN show at the same time as their game in Brazil, like last year. That was an incredible sweat. So we got a lot going on here. And I see the chat saying, "Are you going to be doing Best Ball Mania?" Yes, we will be doing a Best Ball Mania draft. Get started here in just a second. If you want to hop in and draft with us, love to have you on there. And
Are we doing the 20-second or the 30-second?
It's a great question, Ryan. I'm fine with 20 seconds. Yeah. And of course, go to Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code SGPN. You get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So if you're depositing for the first time over at Underdog Fantasy, you could get 40 free shots, $15 million in prizes, $2 million to first. It's a wild world out there in the Underdog best ball streets. But Ryan, before we get started for the draft, someone sent this in over on Instagram, and God bless them for sending this in. Let me see if I can pull up their name real quick. And people always send us stuff over on Instagram, on X, Sports Gambling Podcast on Instagram, Gambling Podcast on X. This is Dr. Nowicki is his IG name. Sent this over with the message of, how do we get Kramer to this for on-site interviews and reports?
What are we talking about here?
And we are talking
about, like we're about to do some
Paisan Khan. That's right. Paisan Khan. The Sopranos.
Show up with the pizza peel. Hey,
I don't know if this is officially licensed by the Sopranos, but all your favorite side characters. Except Christopher, he's still.
I see a lot of guys who aren't the main guys.
No,
trying to cash in.
Johnny Sacks is in there.
The Fed.
The guy the FBI guy with the FBI hat.
Paisan Khan is a great like that. That is a Hopefully, it's not wasted on a poor conference, but that is it.
You know, the interesting thing is if the actual mafia, and there's a decent chance, is involved in Paisan Con because you got to rent out a conference thing. I could see.
That's
Maybe
good,
some
yeah.
union catering is involved.
It's good PR for the Italian Americans of this great country.
And yes, we also will be giving out a couple of NBA playoff picks. We are sweating out a couple. I think we're both on the Clippers, Ryan. Not looking great right now. It was 2-1 going into the late game.
I'm in quicksand.
We'll see if they can come back
in the VSiN contest. I'm so close to not caring, and then I see how many more picks there are left in the contest. I can survive.
You can survive. All right. Well, Ryan, let's get into it. Let's get into the draft. So we're going to do 20 seconds per pick.
Yeah.
We'll give people a chance to fire up their draft. Doing it on the app. Their app is very good, Underdog. That's not even me saying it because they pay us. But yeah, very good app. The flagship contest, $2 million the first. This would be pretty awesome.
I'm going to poke my head in first.
The $2 million.
I'm poking my head in.
Okay.
I'll make sure there's seats for everyone. All right, perfect. Filled up. 11 waiting.
Okay. So so I should join.
You can join.
I'm joining.
For those who think they're getting an edge seeing my rankings, joke's on you. Just loaded up ETR's rankings, so they're not actually mine. But I feel like this is new this year. You have rank and ADP. What's wrong, Sean? Are you dealing with a location situation? Yeah. Oh no.
Let me try. Keeping trying.
3. All right. We still have 9 spots.
I'm in. I think it's when you're sharing something on your on our streaming thing.
Maybe
it tricks the location thing. But there are plenty of spots that are filling up. Kramer, Jamar Chase is the number 1 overall. Then Saquon Bijan Robinson, number 3 overall.
This is ETR. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting.
No, that's my rankings.
Oh, you're looking at ADP or rank?
Yeah.
Okay, ADP. Nice. Where's Justin Jefferson? Let me sort mine that way.
Number 4.
Yeah, he's always the guy that feels a little low. Chase and Jefferson are the first 2 picks.
Well, and Justin Jefferson finally decided to start catching touchdown passes last year, which was his only knock. I mean, obviously he's awesome, but his only knock fantasy wise was that he wasn't like a super high touchdown guy, and you kept waiting for that breakout ish year, and he had 10 touchdowns. Previous years he had 5 and then 8, and then did have 10 in 2021. So, and that was and 103 targets on 103 catches on 154 targets.
Sean, any comments on the quarterback? I'll sort it by ADP. Quarterback ADP here.
Quarterback ADP: Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts. Well, certainly it's not playoff wins. Certainly not Super Bowl champs. Of those 4 guys, Ryan, how many has the Super Bowl?
Just asking a question.
Put clown ass Joe Burrow in there. Actually, I like Joe Burrow, but put Joe Burrow in there as well.
Yeah.
One of those dogs has a ring. His name is.
Just looking at the positional groups while we wait.
Yeah.
Always fun to see.
Jamar Chase is first. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins. I mean, AJ Brown not being in the top 10, I think slightly disrespectful.
If you just isolate the receivers, pretty interesting. Ladd McConkey right between AJ Brown and T Higgins. All right, we have a draft. Let me get.
Ladd's interesting because he is just a catch machine. It'll be interesting to see if that kind of continues with their offense. I am drafting in the 8th spot. Kramer, you were drafting in the 9th spot, so that's nice. I'm right ahead of you. And if you're in the chat, let us know if you got in on the draft. I see Bean is pick number 7. Go Beeves pointing out that Ginty is high. Yeah, Ginty. You want to talk about, Ryan, someone that the fantasy community is just going to love is Ashton Ginty. Maybe for good reason.
Super high though, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is if you're looking at running back, Saquon Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ashton Ginty, rookie, number 4 overall. Ryan, what would you rather have, Ashton Ginty or Christian McCaffrey?
I don't know. I feel like you want youth, right?
Yeah, I mean, Christian McCaffrey only played 3 games last year, but no Debo. Certainly, you would imagine his role is going to increase, assuming he's healthy. But can you assume health for Christian McCaffrey
I
at this
don't-
stage of his career.
I don't think I want to draft
With his
McCaffrey at
injury
all. Why we're drafting right next to each other? How horrible.
Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, first two off the board. And it is underdog is half point PPR if you're new to the underdog format.
I still like the receivers.
Pretty standard.
I still like the receivers. I think
Saquon goes number 3. It's interesting. No quarterbacks are in like the top. I mean, Brock Bowers is higher than the first quarterback's pretty far down. Ashton GT goes 5th overall. Wow. Oh my God. Now this is a good time. If you are not one of those fantasy nerds that has these rock hard rookie boners, this is actually a great time to draft because people are so excited about the rookies, the potential. Okay, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. I'm on the clock.
I think we saw RJ Harvey drop from drop into the 70s already.
I'm going Puka Nacua. I mean, you get rid of Cooper Kupp. They didn't do. Who else is his major competition there for catches in that offense? Yeah. Kramer goes Malik Neighbors. Obviously, a huge issue at quarterback for the Giants, but he should still get some volume.
You're gonna slander the great Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston in one breath.
And Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart not expected to play this year, Sean. Pay attention.
Oh, you don't think they're gonna play Jackson Dart?
I think not when Russ and Jameis combine.
So what is best case scenario for the quarterback situation in the Giants?
Russ and Jameis lead them to an 11-5 season, make the playoffs. Jackson Dart starts next year.
Right. Come on. You got to know ball. There's 17 games in the season.
What I said 12-5.
You said 11-5.
I said 12-5.
You said 11-5.
I'm saying 12-5.
Oh, okay.
Christian McCaffrey going very early.
Brian Thomas goes after Malik Neighbors. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Christian McCaffrey, first pick in the 2nd round. Trey McBride finding his way. Brock Bowers right after him. Kramer, you're on the clock.
I was very prepared to take Brock Bowers. Yeah. This is a tough situation for me.
Derrick Henry is the ADP. Oh, you took AJ Brown. Wow, you dirty little snake, right?
Sorry, my bad. Totally didn't mean to do that.
Derrick Henry, Devin Achan are the two running backs.
So I
actually will go Ladd McConkey. I mean, a guy who got 82 catches in his rookie year.
I did one of these drafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like taking receivers early.
Yep. I'm a big fan.
Hasn't changed. It just gets dicey. The receiver crop gets real dicey real quick to me. You can pivot and get some nice running back options.
Remind people overall roster construction. What are we looking at? What are we going for? Is number of rounds breakdown? 18 rounds. What are you looking for? Quarterback, running back, receivers. I mean, really, it's how many quarterbacks do you want to take? Even tight ends. I think you should come in with a strategy.
I think my personal opinion, the data would probably tell you want to end up with 3 tight ends. So let's see. I'll pull up actual data. Yeah, I mean, my personal thing is 3 tight ends just works better. You play the weave. You know that there's gonna be variance there. Unless you hit with one, it's just a better strategy to not go thin on tight end. I'd be much more likely to go 2 quarterbacks than 2 tight ends. Running backs, the range is probably 4 to 7. I prefer to be closer to 4 than 7. And then like 5 is always the teams when I draft 5 running backs always feel pretty good because then I end up with like 8 receivers. I don't think you want less than 7 receivers. You got to start 3 of them.
After Ladd, it went Derrick Henry, Drake London, T. Higgins, Devin Achan, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Kyron Williams, Terry McLaurin, JSN, and Go Bees pointed out in the chat. Yeah, I may have overlooked Devontae Adams when breaking down Puka Nacua, who could maybe steal some of Puka's touchdowns, but man, I still think Puka Nacua is just like prime. And shout out to his brother who slapped a fan in UFL. I'm sure we're gonna break that down on the UFL show. Josh Jacobs goes. Chase Brown goes.
At least he didn't prank a kid.
Yeah, that would have been unforgivable.
Pretty crazy.
And Devontae Adams goes. So I was kind of thinking, and should have mentioned him, A Devontae Adams Puka Nacua stack is I think possible in a lot of drafts. Bucky Irving off the clock.
What are you looking for here, Sean? You going to continue to go receiver?
Probably. I mean,
We're one of only 3 teams that have started Piss Boy, full Piss Boy.
Lamar Jackson goes right in front of me. Don't want to take a quarterback right now, especially.
I know exactly who you're taking here. I think.
Really?
I think so. Maybe not.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
Like pretty much quarterback proof. I like Garrett Wilson. I mean, to get Garrett Wilson as your third receiver,
yeah,
I think is.
Thought you were going to go Mike Evans there.
Yeah, I like Mike Evans, but Garrett Wilson, you could make a case his best year was last year. 101 catches, 7 touchdowns. Wasn't I mean, did he benefit from great quarterback play?
Do you pair him with Breece Hall if Breece Hall whips around to you?
I don't know. That's a lot of the Jets offense, if I'm being honest. And Justin Fields is pretty interesting because as a running quarterback, I think he's pretty interesting fantasy wise. Kramer takes Marvin Harrison Jr. What's your take on Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Second year receivers.
Yeah.
Give me all of them. He was going end of the first last year, so you're getting a discount on him.
See, that just highlights like he didn't have a bad rookie year. He didn't have an amazing rookie year.
Unfortunately for him, Brock Bowers and Malik Neighbors were in his rookie class, and Brian Thomas were in his rookie class. So, there are some pretty high level stats being put up. Josh Allen, third quarterback off the board. Sean,
QBs are flying off. Jaden Daniels goes before Josh Allen.
That's crazy.
Rashee Rice, DJ Moore.
Not meant to be a hot take.
Omari and Hampton. What are we doing?
It is a Harbaugh offense. They have Najee Harris. I don't think it's going to be a bell cow situation.
And then Mike Evans goes, so I cannot get that connection there.
Oh, man,
Kramer's on the clock.
Well, I'm not going to do this a ton, but I have AJ Brown.
Jalen Hurts.
Well, I have AJ Brown. We still like to stack. To answer your question directly, Sean, the simulations actually say 2-6-6-2 optimal. I would augment that to 2, 4, or 5, and then put everything else in receiver or tight end.
But didn't you were a big advocate of 3 tight ends?
I would prefer to take a receiver and make it a tight end. Like, so if I'm maybe I would combine my tight end and wide receiver number and look to get to 10.
Okay. I took Devontae Smith and Xavier Worthy goes. Hey, quick reminder, of course, sign up with Edge Boost, the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, earn cash back rewards, 100% approval for all betting deposits. So if you're signing up, if you're reloading over on Underdog Fantasy, of course you can use your Edge Boost card and you can get cash back doing it. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with the promo code SGPN. Deposit $25 and Edge Boost will match the deposit. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And of course, it's Derby week here at SGPN. Make sure to check out our horse racing podcast, Notorious OTB, for all your picks. We're going to be doing a Kentucky Derby preview as well. And you can get in on the action of the most exciting 2 minutes in sports with Naira Bets. That's right. Sign up today and boost your Derby bankroll with the $25 free bet and $200 deposit bonus when you use the promo code SGP25. Join now to claim your $25 free bet and $200 deposit match bonus at nyrabets.com/SGPN25.
All right. And I think I misspoke. 2583.
Okay.
That adds up, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's 18.
2583 would be my. What with now? I will say in a team like this where I've not taken a running back yet, maybe I'm getting to 6. We'll see.
George Kittle just goes. Jalen Waddle, Rome Dunze, Zay Flowers, currently best available. Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, Jordan Addison, Chuba Hubbard, Chris Godwin, Chris Olave. I'm on the clock. I could use a running back. Give me Joe Mixon.
No,
should have a. I think he was the highest in half point expected points, half point PPR expected points. Joe Mixon. Still some questions at receiver, new offense. I think he's going to have a pretty big role. I'll happily take him in the 5th round here.
I like taking Calvin Ridley here, setting up a nice stack with Cam Ward later.
Oh wow!
Well, you don't like that plan?
No, I'm not drafting Calvin Ridley anymore. Chuba
Cam
Hubbard
Ward's
goes.
there now.
Deebo Samuel goes.
It's a new situation. I probably need to take a running back here.
Okay.
I don't know which running back that is.
Where are you at with Alvin Kamara? What were his numbers last year?
He's always someone you got to look at. New offense, obviously. What does that mean?
228 attempts, 950 yards, 6 touchdowns. Obviously, his bread is buttered in fantasy with the catches, 68. Not his highest, not his lowest. Remember his first 3 years, 81 catches, and then 83, 47, 57, 75, and then 68 last year. I don't know. He's kind of interesting. Godwin goes, coming back from that injury. Kyler Murray goes. Ryan, you always like some Kyler Murray. Jordan Addison goes. You're on the clock. What are you doing, Ryan?
I mean, I think I need to take a running back, and I think I'll make the ultimate reach.
Oh wow, rookie
Take RJ Harvey in Denver. I mean, come on, dude. This is what happens when you watch the Sean Payton post draft press conference.
Give me Sam Laporta here. Great pass catcher, huge part of the offense, and people are taking George Kittle and I don't know that.
Look at the discount you're getting on the tight ends this year compared to last year.
Yeah.
Remember how early they were all going?
I'll happily take Sam Laporta in the 6th round. Happily.
That's kind of the biggest takeaway is I think like it almost feels like an old school draft board, Sean. Look how many running backs went in the first 2 rounds. You have 4 in the first round, another 5 in the second round.
Yeah, this is interesting.
So you're pushing essentially pass catchers and quarterbacks down the board.
These are the ADP of the quarterbacks left. Mahomes, Baker Mayfield. Baker is ahead of Caleb Williams, then Bo Nix. Ryan. Everyone thought I was a dummy for being high on Bo Nix last year. Now he's pretty high.
He shouldn't be higher than Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, and then Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's really low.
Well, there's some question there in my mind, Sean.
Yeah, but especially with the receiver situation, kind of all over the place. Running backs seem to be flying off the board right now. I need some more.
Who are we looking at? What you running? I have 0 tight ends, 1 running back, quarterback, and 4 receivers.
Yeah, I mean, I got 5 pass catchers. I got a couple quarterbacks on my radar. A couple running backs I'm intrigued by. Stephon Diggs goes. I forgot he was up in New England. I don't know if I want.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I'd almost rather just wait and take like Shakir.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir goes.
All right. Yeah, there's some guys that I just won't be drafting too, like Chris Olave. I mean, his head. How can you draft Chris Olave?
Bean saying if Godwin gets traded, Abuka should be going way higher. I don't think they're going to trade Godwin, right? Because they just.
Why would they?
Yeah.
What am I missing?
I'm going to take David Montgomery. I know Jahmyr Gibbs should expect an increased workload, but David Montgomery still is a decent part of the offense. Still a pretty good touchdown vulture. Like I would be surprised. I mean, he's still going to have a decent role in this offense, right? Right.
I mean, I was looking at him. At some point, you just got to take him. It's best ball. You don't have to think about it.
Look at the running back. Like Najee Harris is. I mean, Elmarian Hampton is drafted way ahead of Najee Harris. I don't know if that's. I feel like they just consistently overrate the rookies.
I took Tony Pollard to pair with Calvin Ridley. It's going to go nicely with my Cam Ward stack later.
Oh man, Ryan, you're setting yourself up.
I'm
for
back already.
Bo Nix is available. Jalen Warren, Luther Burden goes in the 8th round.
That seems.
I don't know about
bit
that,
high.
I mean, Bears passing offense.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Oh, Tyrone Tracy goes, Sean.
You got a Dunze, you got DJ Moore, you got Colston Loveland, you got backs out of the backfield. Tyrone Tracy just went, Ryan. I'm sure you had your eye on him.
I did.
Okay.
He pairs well with Malik Neighbors and whatever quarterback I decide to take later.
Oh, Cam Scadaboo. Oh my God, he's drafted comically high. Aaron Jones goes to Kramer. Kramer, we're still drafting Aaron Jones, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will forever. I mean, again, you don't have to think about it. When he has his big game, you get it. Big games. Interesting development there is Jordan Mason coming to town.
Give me Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Coming in as a starter. He's going to be running a ton. And I got Garrett Wilson.
I told you he was going comically late relative to like 2 rounds after Kyler. That's not right.
And maybe I probably overdrafted him. But
what? No.
Well, I don't know if he comes back to me.
Look at the quarterbacks left. He's the last of the runners.
Yeah.
We do this every now. Typically Mahomes goes in the mix of the runners. So interesting to see Mahomes leak out here. Definitely interesting.
Josh Downs goes and then TJ Hawkinson. I think Hawkinson's going to be a pretty good steal because it's like the year after the year for the injury stuff.
Quarterback's the question, I guess.
Yeah.
We are taking a huge leap of faith.
But I mean, they did do a decent job scheming up Sam Darnold. I mean, do you think was that all Sam Darnold or was that some of the perfect situation? But I'm with you. Like JJ McCarthy coming off that injury, the fact that it seems like they're just going to trot him out as the starter. I'd be a little skeptical.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Ryan, read people off your roster. How you looking right now?
Jalen Hurts, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones. So maybe, running back, we might have to get to 6. Malik Neighbors, AJ Brown, Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, no tight ends. It's okay because I have 4 very good receivers. So I'm not too worried about that position. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting time in the draft because you see the way it gets clogged up, especially, you sort it by ADP right now. You have a lot of quarterback. This is kind of that quarterback floor where people are waiting to take the first non-scrambler, non-Patrick Mahomes quarterback, which crazy to think that's Baker Mayfield right now by ADP, that he's the next guy.
Jared Goff goes.
Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, Brock Purdy is like the next tier per ADP. But you also have this interesting tier of tight ends: Jonnu Smith, Travis Kelce, Tyler Warren. All interesting for very different reasons. Which one of those 3 do you like the most this year?
Walk through it again.
Kelce. Oh, there go. Colston Loveland goes, and then Travis Kelce was one of them. Jonnu Smith, Tyler Warren.
Oh man, I guess Tyler Warren, honestly, of all those.
Are you on the clock?
I am on the clock, okay. Ryan.
Just making sure you know.
Give me DeAndre Swift. I know Ben Johnson had his issues with him in Detroit, but look at the rest of the Bears depth chart around him. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, he's gonna be. They're gonna get rid of him, or they're gonna draft a guy." Now it's DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, number 2, who, whatever reason, can't figure out how to get rid of DeAndre Swift, and then Kyle Mononagi
nailed it.
And Travis Homer. So I think he's going to get a decent amount of the workload. And look at what the Ben Johnson offense has been to running backs. I think DeAndre Swift could be. I understand people's hesitation in selecting him, but I think he's got a massive upside.
He has screwed people over before.
Yeah, that's why people aren't taking him. So they stole my second stack. I'm gonna have to think of a different stack, Ryan.
Sorry to hear about that.
Probably don't care.
I considered taking Jordan Mason to pair with Aaron Jones there in Minnesota, but I did not. I took Jonnu Smith, Sean. Again, best ball. He gonna have 3 tight ends, and he had like a number of double-digit target games last season.
Where did Travis Hunter's ADP is 50? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kramer, you're on the clock. Brock Purdy, Bo Nix gone. So there goes my backup.
Is Dallas Goedert going to be on the team when all said and done?
Does feel like it's trending in that direction.
Slight reach here, but Sean Payton signed Evan Ingram to be his Joker.
Okay.
I that could be a position that gets a lot of catches. What if he's the Michael Thomas in the offense?
Going Zach Charbonnet.
Hmm.
Coming off a pretty good year.
He was good when it was his ball to carry when K9 was hurt.
Yeah, I get they're gonna split it up a little bit, but I mean, huge jump up in touchdowns. At 8 last year. He's not your every down back, but increased his targets and receptions from his rookie year, increased his touchdowns, rushing yards, basically everything. So I think if he gets, and I mean, obviously if Kenneth Walker gets hurt, this is an awesome pick.
Nice pick, Sean.
No, I'm just kind of walking people through why I like Zach Charbonnet.
Draft grade on yourself so far?
A+.
A+. Nice.
Marvin Mims goes.
That's actually what we should do. We'll just grade our drafts at the end. Quarterbacks are so interesting this year. I feel like.
When's Shador going? Shador is sliding, Ryan. He's sliding. He didn't do well in my draft in the interview. It's only Ryan. Is Shador? Is his ADP due to racism?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I see some of these red shields. They don't like a guy like Shador.
Kobe's pointing out Isaiah Pacheco that late is a steal.
Yeah. I feel like the players that are steal this time of year are the guys that just like produce. It's probably sounds dumb, but the guys that actually have output, but maybe a rookie got drafted to their team, and by the end of the summer, the rookie doesn't beat him out.
Jordan Love, Rain, Dakota Prescott, and Justin Herbert all go together.
That guy took 3 straight quarterbacks. What a
now fourth
T.
in
Landry,
CJ Stroud.
Wow, a true quarterback run, Sean. How exciting! What position are you looking at here? I almost need to look at receiver again. If I'm being completely honest. I got
4 pretty good receivers.
I like some of these potential rookies.
Yeah. Rashad Bateman goes.
Yeah.
Easy dub is on the clock. I know. I got a banger of a name in my queue. Hopefully it doesn't steal him.
You do pick ahead of me. So.
I'll reveal it. It is Jalen McMillan.
Oh.
I mean, this is the perfect year 2 guy, Ryan. I know they drafted a receiver there, but I thought he was really good last year and had some injury stuff that hampered him. But man, he just passes the eye test. So as much Jalen McMillan I can get in round 11, it's gonna be a Jalen McMillan summer, Ryan. Cam Ward goes to one Ryan Kramer over Michael Penix.
Yes.
Shador Sanders. Ryan,
over Trevor Lawrence.
Who has the highest ADP of these people? Anthony Richardson, who has the lowest? Anthony Richardson, Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders, Russell Wilson, Jalen Milroe. Who is the lowest?
Jalen Milroe.
Yes. I read it in order. That wasn't that dramatic. But it's hilarious to me that Shador has a higher ADP than Russell Wilson. Quentin Johnson goes.
Tugboat Tootin goes, Sean.
Over Tank Bigsby. People like that upset.
Over Etienne, right? Did he go?
No.
He's
not gone.
That's very interesting, Sean.
Is Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby, are they like a trade candidate potentially?
So one of them isn't going to be on the team, right?
Yeah, certainly possible.
Is Dallas Goedert going to be on the Eagles, Sean?
I've said it like a million times. Yes, I think he will be playing for the Eagles week 1.
It's too late now, right?
I don't. Yeah, teams drafted, so I think if he was going to get traded, it probably would have been during the draft. I think they told him like, "Hey, go try and find a trade because really no one's going to pay you." I kind of just don't like Travis Etienne's the problem. You know who I do like?
Well, don't take him then. Take the guy you like.
Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, that's who I was going to take if I didn't have Hurts and the stack didn't make
Sam
sense.
Laporta and Isaiah Likely. Great tight end room.
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm surprised he's falling so far. His ceiling's so high, especially Andrews. Isn't there a chance they move on from him still?
Yeah. Again, who knows if that
Similar
was
to
like something that they had to get done before the draft. I would have to dive into the contract stuff. Tua is available, Ryan.
I think I'm good with Jalen Hurts and Cam Ward. Honestly,
Okay.
I don't think you need a ton of quarterback. Yeah, so I have my 3 tight ends: Jonu Smith, Evan Ingram, Dallas Goddard. I have my 2 quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Cam Ward. I have 3 running backs and 4 receivers. What will I do next? Yep, gonna have to stay tuned.
This is a great part of the draft. You're in the 12th, 13th round, just taking guys with upside. Romeo Dubs goes, Ramondre, Kyle Pitts off the board, JJ McCarthy. I mean, now that Kyle Pitts is getting drafted in the 12th round, Ryan, I could actually draft him.
Yeah,
Like a Kyle Pitts,
yeah.
Michael Penix stack, which you could do in the 12th and 13th round. Okay, now we're talking. I mean, Kyle Pitts was a first round pick in fantasy as a rookie. So now he's priced at a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
Oh, do I do it, Ryan? Do I draft Isaiah Garendo? The problem is they don't. It's not dollar for dollar. His
yeah. I don't. This feels that's backup range. We're in the right. Oh,
Xavier Legette goes. He's another guy that's going to be on my second year list that I'm going to find pretty interesting.
I do need to pick up. I am gonna need to pick up some more receivers here.
Friend of the program. Let's run it back one more time. Adam hooked on a Thielen. They keep trying to run him out of town. Guy keeps producing.
All right, I'm gonna pick up. This could be the #1 target for Drake May. Up there in
Kyle Williams,
rookie.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
When in doubt, just give me the rookie or second year guy.
Hey Ryan, shout out to mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the NBA playoffs. If you have not signed up with MyBookie, what are you waiting for? Use that promo code SGPN, get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply on the bonus. But yeah, MyBookie money bag, super fun, great, easy to deposit, easy withdrawal using that crypto. Love MyBookie. Promo code SGPN. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And of course, we're also brought to you by Rhythm. That's right. MLB regular season, the playoffs. Rhythm has you covered. Download the Rhythm app today. Use the promo code SGPN 25% off the month. SGPN 50 for 50% off the annual. Get in on all the NBA picks, props. It's a great tool. You can build your own model, and it's just awesome to say like, yeah, I got a model. People think you're real sophisticated, and it's pretty simple, very easy to do. Highly recommend it. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get in over there. Ryan took a little dart throw here at the receiver position. Cedric Tillman. Now maybe he just had a Jameis connection, but he had a couple of like awesome games.
Well, Jameis activated the offense, so as long as one of the 5 quarterbacks they have, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, which Joe Flacco's done it before, Shoutout, Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, one of those guys does it. We're in business. Sean, I took Trey Benson on the way back. Needed a running back.
Okay.
James Conner not getting any younger. Benson looked good at times.
Regretting a little bit not taking Stafford there.
Oh, really?
Or Penix. Well, it would have been nice to
have a backup.
Yeah.
You want help? You want help selecting a backup?
Who do you like?
I'm good at drafting down here.
Who do you like backup wise?
Well, Russ is definitely starting games this year.
Okay, not taking Russ.
If I was throwing a dart at one of the rookies, I mean, at this point, you might as well take Flacco to pair with Tillman.
That is fun. Okay.
Or
Tyler Shuck, honestly, or Will Howard,
or Aaron Rodgers.
I don't want to draft a guy that's going to retire.
Do you not have a backup?
Nope, just Justin Fields.
Wow. Well, Tyler, do you have a Saint? You should try to stack if it's going to be a dart throw quarterback, you might as well try to stack it.
Yeah. Gesicki goes, Dalton Schultz.
Ooh, should I take would it be silly to take a Cowboy?
I know you're a huge fan, Ryan. So follow your heart. Yeah, give me Joe Flacco. He's going to be the day one starter in Cleveland. Guy can throw for some passing touchdowns. Is there anyone that has a massive rushing upside?
I don't understand why I'm not prepared to make this pick. Oh no, it's gonna give it to me. He was at the top of the rankings. All right, he's a rookie. We'll just move on.
Who'd you take?
We'll just move on.
Oh my God, Ryan!
That is a disgusting act.
Wow,
It was an honest
Jaden Blue of
an
the
honest
Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Ryan, if you win $1 million on drafted Dallas, are you going to get a Cowboys jersey?
I'll donate. I'll donate to something.
Really?
I'll have to cleanse it.
What will you do? Wait, like $25 entry? You'll donate to some charity?
Yeah.
Well, now that if you win $1 million, then you're going to be a Cowboys fan.
No.
And we know Cowboys fans not good people, so you're not going to donate anything.
No, well, he won't. He probably won't score for the team very much, so I'm not too worried about that.
Kramer, you're on the clock.
Yeah, we're gonna take dart throw rookie on the Chiefs. Jalen Royals. Let's see, how many rounds do we have left, Sean? I have 6 receivers, 5 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot.
I got 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 7 receivers, 2 tight ends. But both my tight ends are pretty good. I don't know. Do I bother drafting a 3rd quarterback?
With the way that you've built your quarterback room, I think I would sacrifice, because you have solid tight ends. You might want to sacrifice you might probably 3 quarterbacks wouldn't be the worst idea for you.
But counterpoint: if Justin Fields and Joe Flacco aren't lighting it up, does this team have a chance?
No.
So then what's the point?
It's fair, but having a 3rd bullet of a quarterback to hit, unless you're saying there isn't another quarterback to hit.
I think there's a guy that might be worth. Ooh, I got a fun little rookie. Fun little rookie indeed.
Sounded almost inappropriate.
Oh, Taysom Hill off the board.
Oh, damn it. He is a fun one to star and make your third tight end there.
Jatavian Sanders. That's not a.
No, I like him. I'm telling you, I'm going to end up with some Carolina, with some Bryce Young teams for sure.
Being in the chat asking, do we think 4 running backs is too low? I would say
Depends who they are.
Yeah, if one of your 4 running backs isn't a 1st or 2nd rounder, I think 4 is probably too low.
I'd say if you went 4, you drafted 2 of the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, which is fine. You should have.
That's exactly when you don't. That's when you go 4.
Yeah. Or if you have Saquon number 1 or something like that.
Well, yeah, that would be a 1st round pick. You would still need another one, in my opinion.
I think you could get away with 4 running backs if one of them was Saquon.
Okay, you're almost on the clock, Sean.
I know. I'm prepared, Ryan.
I like to hear that. I got a couple guys I'm interested in here. What do you think about Ollie Gordon on the Dolphins? Interesting, right?
I
feel like he would have been a higher draft pick if he came out the year before.
He is interesting, Ryan. That's why I'm drafting him. Ollie Gordon, running back for the Miami Dolphins.
Spoken into existence.
Well, I mean, the Miami running backs have had crazy great performances at times, and then look at the depth chart around him.
All right, I'm going 7 running backs on this team, or sorry, 6 running backs on this team.
You got Achan, Jalen Wright, Alexander Madison. Achan's awesome, but Jalen Wright and Alexander Madison, I mean, all those guys have had trouble staying on the field. Ollie Gordon somehow winning the job or getting involved, I don't think is crazy at all.
Almost took Michael Wilson, but I went with Blake Corum, Sean. He feels like he was sexy last year as the backup. This year, he's not as sexy. That's a system that you want to you catch a running back in that system, it works. What are you doing with your last pick here? I'm taking my 7th receiver.
Okay, I'm going tight end.
Oh no, Pat Bryant went. That was my plan. Sneak another. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna love this pick, Sean.
Don't go tight end. Don't go tight end. Okay.
I'm gonna give me a double stack for Mr. Cam Ward with Tyler Lockett in Tennessee.
Ryan, I'm gonna
love that pick.
I'm gonna one up you with my double stack of Harold Fannin.
Oh, great pick.
Cedric Tillman and Joe Flacco.
Oh, great pick.
Imagine them just like week 3 randomly putting up like 50 points.
I mean,
this is fun. Good exercise. Got the football juices flowing, baby.
Yeah, and my big takeaway is that I think I'm going to be drafting a lot of Justin Fields unless he moves up. And yeah, I think this Titans stack was fun. I might do that again.
Ryan, someone would draft him with us was team number 7, Bean in the chat. What do you think of his team?
All right, so draft.
Walk through his team. Good reason to get in on underdog. We'll happily walk through your team.
Let's see, I might have dragged the screen up a little bit. So his first round pick was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bijan Robinson. All right, hate the team. Bijan, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. Hate the team. You didn't take a receiver till the 4th round. It's Xavier Worthy, Cortland Sutton, Jerry G. I don't love this team. I don't love this team. I'm gonna Tyler Warren. I don't love this team at all. Tyler Warren.
You're taking all the guys Ryan doesn't like.
I don't. This is not Javonte Williams on Dallas.
I like the Lamar Anthony Richardson angle. I think you did fine on quarterback. I think
Anthony Richardson's not going to be the starter. Dude, Dan Jones is going to win that job.
Ibuka probably a little too high. Yoshi Voss, good pick late, and then Chig's a fun last round pick.
Yeah, I'm not worried about competing with this team.
Okay, my team, Ryan, Justin Fields, Joe Flacco, just winners. I'm running back. I got Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, Zach Charbonnet, Jerome Ford, and Ali Gordon. Receivers, I got Puka Nacua, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, Jalen McMillan, Adam Thielen, Cedric Tillman. For my tight ends, Sammy Laporta, Isaiah Likely, and Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin is a great add to that Joe Flacco stack, Ryan, and you know it. You're afraid to admit it.
No, I like it. Jalen Hurts, Cam Ward, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, Trey Benson, Jaden Blue, Blake Corum. Running backs are weak. Malik Neighbors, AJ Brown, Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Williams, Jalen Royals, Tyler Lockett, Jonnu Smith, Evan Ingram, Dallas Goedert. If I had to do it all over again, I would have taken one more receiver early. I want 5 strong ones. Not good enough.
All right, Kramer, let's wrap it up. Who do you like tomorrow in the association? What are you doing?
Can I just comment on some of these games? We're in the playoffs now and it's still non-serious.
Okay.
The Knicks. Well,
you're just mad your Knicks blew it.
I mean, my Knicks, my sweet Knicks.
Cash the over 5.5 games.
The refs just clearly are on the side of the Pistons. They were just wanting to extend the series.
Yeah, get some ratings. Well, speaking of wanting to extend the series,
Milwaukee not so much.
You know that's going to happen in LA. Give me the Lakers laying the points. And
really,
yeah,
conspiracy definitely.
No, I think backs against the wall. They're at home. Timberwolves know they can lose it and they can close it out at home. And I think the same applies for this Warriors team. Like the Warriors, Rockets pretty good defense. I think Rockets get up for this after back-to-back losses by the Rockets. I think they show up. So I'm going chalk, laying the juice, both the Rockets and the Lakers.
All right, let me pull up the betting splits. So, I like to look at the betting splits before we get down, Sean. All right. Oh my goodness. So everyone's on the Rockets and the Lakers. So perhaps the cat's out of the bag. I guess I'll join you. That's a different kind of cat. Haven't played a total in a couple days. I thought I was a totals guy.
I mean, you could go back to the. You could go back to the
I lost. Well, it lost
to the Rockets. Golden State. It finally went over, but you could go back to it.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good call. I'll do that too.
The under in the Rockets Warriors game.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Lakers and under in the Rockets. Because if the Rockets win, it's a low scoring game, right?
I mean, the entire series has been low scoring, with the exception.
But specifically, they're winning the game if it's a low scoring game. 32% of the tickets, but 85% of the money on the Rockets. 44% of the tickets, but 81% of the money on the Lakers. So sharps are on the home teams.
Of course, it is a Derby week. Excited to do our Kentucky Derby preview again. Get in on Naira Bets, NYRA Bets. Get in over there and NairaBets.com/SGPN25. You get the $25 free bet and the deposit bonus. It's so fun to get into the ponies, and this is a good time to sign up if you haven't. Obviously, Kentucky Derby, first of the Triple Crown. We'll be doing previews for all Triple Crown races here on the Sports Gambling Podcast. And again, toss us. We don't ask for much. Toss us a nice rating review over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Toss us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Tell a friend. We got to take down corporate gambling, and you guys spreading the word is huge.
I think we'll have to do some sort of large trifecta bet for the Derby this weekend. I'm thinking I'll do a $25 box, so $150 bet.
Yeah,
that sounds fun, right?
Yeah.
Maybe more. Maybe we go $50 box.
Tune in. We got that, and we got UFL. We got the VSiN show Friday night. So much content, and it's all free. And you guys help keep it free by supporting the sponsors and tossing us a little like, a little 5-star rating review. It goes a long way, and we appreciate it. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I'm back in on the Titans, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.